Wow, I expected a lot more books to show, but it seems like I've been a good girl and I haven't been spending loads of money on books, which is good because I'm not reading at the moment, so I'm not really lowering my TBR. I have bought some, mostly very, very cheap ebooks, which I don't care about with my TBR situation. I do have some physical books to show. The first book I have to show I actually bought for a readathon. That readathon being Sapphic-a-thon, which is actually over by the time this goes up. I was participating very, very, very low-key. I bought this book because of this readathon, the book being Of Fire and Stars by Audrey Coulthurst. I don't know how to pronounce that name. I'm actually currently reading this. I'm not very far into it. This book is a female YA fantasy in which a princess, this princess's name being Denalea, Princess Denalea has been betrothed to this prince for a very long time, and she goes to his kingdom to get things going. But then something happens and she actually runs off or gets together with the prince's sister, and things start to hit off with them too, even though they kind of, well, the prince's sister kind of hates Princess Denalea. Yeah, I'm not very far into this. I don't know a lot about this book except that main premise of a princess is meant to marry this prince, but instead she ends up with the prince's sister. Sarah from Sarah Without an H was getting rid of some of her arcs, and she posted a pic on Twitter, and there were two books that I really, really, really wanted, and she was kind enough to send them to me. The first one being Wild Beauty by Anne-Marie McLemore. I'm just realizing now that I have absolutely no idea what this book is about, but so many people are raving about this, especially Cam from Just a Book Eater. She loves this book and I trust her reviews and her opinions, so I really, really wanted this book. And then she also sent me Jane Unlimited by Christine Cashore. This is very, very shiny. I love it. This was one of my most anticipated releases for this year because Christine Cashore is one of my favorite authors. I absolutely love her Graceling series, and I was waiting and waiting and waiting for a new book. For some reason I didn't buy it, but when I saw that Sarah was giving away her arc, I had to take that chance. Again, I don't even know what this book is about. I think it's a fantasy novel. I think this is fantasy. I don't know. I don't care. It's Christine Cashore. I've been waiting for a new book by her and I cannot wait to read this. Also, something I didn't know about this book for a very long time is that there's a bisexual character in here, so I'm really looking forward to reading this. And then the last physical book I have to show I actually got for Christmas from my mom. The only book I got for Christmas. Not that I want it anymore because I'm not reading. I'm not trying to make my TBR even bigger than it already is. The book she got me was A Map for Wrecked Girls by Jessica Taylor. I don't remember what this is about. I don't know. It's something about sisters. I love the cover, and I'm pretty sure I did see some good reviews, which is why I wanted to read it. I thought I'd also mention some ebooks that I've been buying recently, because as you know, I like to buy cheap ebooks, and I found quite a few recently. I'm not gonna know a lot about these, so sorry for that. All these books that I mentioned will be linked down below in the description box if you want to look at their Goodreads page. A book that I very recently bought and that I'm actually reading at the moment is The Story of Lizzie and Darcy by Grace Watson, and this is a female-female retelling of Pride and Prejudice, which I did try to read last year and I didn't finish it and I had a very, very hard time reading it. I'm really, really enjoying this so far. This book is really, really diverse. There are people of color, all kinds of different sexualities, lesbian, bisexual I saw someone mention, and I think also asexual, and there's a trans character. Very diverse. So far I am enjoying it. I'm almost halfway through this book. I also bought Far From the Tree by Robin Benway, and I think this was a book about a girl giving up her child for adoption, which I'm very interested to read. I've recently read Welcome Home, which is an anthology all about adoption. And because it was an anthology, most of the story, or all of the stories, were pretty short, so I'm really looking forward to reading a full-length novel about adoption. I also bought Heart of the Steel by Avon Gale and Rowan Parrish. I'm pretty sure this is about an FBI agent and an art thief falling for each other. And if you've been here on my channel for a while, that might sound familiar to you because over the summer I read a series that also featured an FBI agent and an art thief falling in love, and I really liked that, which is why I wanted to read this book, and it was free or very cheap, I don't remember. I bought The Roanoke Girls by Amy Engel. I don't know anything about this except it's probably thriller or something like that. All the Birds in the Sky by Charlie Jane Anders. I think this is literary fiction, but again, I don't know what it's about. I bought Lost Boy by Christina Henry, which is about Peter Pan before he went to Neverland. I bought Station 11 by Emily St. John Mandel, which I've been hearing amazing things about for a very long time now. Again, I don't know what it's about. Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor, which has been getting a lot of attention. A lot of my friends really love this book, and I've been meaning to read it anyway. I first bought the audiobook because Sarah recommended it. She adores this book. So I bought the audiobook, and then a few days later I saw that the ebook was really cheap, so I bought that along so I can listen to it and read along. I have started this, but I'm not quite sure what's happening. I'm at the stage where I'm not quite sure what's actually happening. I bought The Fifth Season by N.K. Jemisin, which again, I've been hearing a lot of good things about. I think this is also considered a diverse read. I'm not quite sure what makes it diverse. I've heard great things about it. It was really cheap, so I bought it. And I bought Wolf by Wolf by Ryan Grodin, which got a lot of hype last year. I think it came out last year. This book takes place in an alternate universe where Hitler is still alive. I think there's a competition of some sorts, and our main character is trying to win that so she can assassinate Hitler. I hope I'm remembering that right. That's what's kind of in my mind. I might be wrong. Yeah, so those were all the books that I have obtained in the last few months even. If you've read any of these books and you think there's a certain book I should get to very soon, please tell me down below. Or if you just want to talk about anything else, feel free to message me on Twitter. That was it for this video, and I will see you next time. Bye!